for joining today in the webinar on the topic how SAP Integration Suite can boost the SAP Clean Core concept. And with that, we will be moving on with our first slide, where we are going to have our agenda of today's discussion on this webinar. So today we will be having a look at uh, the introduction to the new ways, and we'll be having introduction to the speakers, and we are going to look into what is SAP Clean Core and how does it matter, and also the challenges of traditional ERP customization and the benefits of keeping the clean core. And along with that, we are going to have Tushar Pradhan, who is going to be helping us uh, on how SAP Integration Suite can help us, or can boost the SAP Clean Core concept. And with that, we'll be having customer success stories, and following that, we'll be having a QA session. So introducing New Ways, we are New Ways, proud affiliate of Mckinsol, and we specialize in delivering comprehensive SAP solutions, particularly for retail and fashion customer across the globe. Our mission is to empower businesses by transforming their digital landscape through innovative SAP services. From implementation to optimization, we work closely with our clients to ensure their SAP environment supports both current operations and future growth. A key focus area for us is SAP Integration Suite. As business evolves, so does the need for the seamless connectivity between the systems. And that's where our expertise with SAP Integration Suite comes in. So we help organizations define and implement a robust integration strategy, ensuring their systems, both SAP and non-SAP, work together smoothly. Our services cover system connectivity and consultation, API development and management, and aligning integration with security, compliance, and governance standards. So that we are moving to the next slide, where we are going to have introduction to the speakers. And I'm happy to introduce myself, Amin Basha, currently serving as a senior manager with pre-sales and delivery, Center of Excellence for Integration and AI Automation in Mckinsol. In my role, I focus on driving intelligent automation system and system integration and AI-led innovations across the enterprise environments. I work closely with the customers and delivery teams to design and implement solutions that bridge technology and business values, enabling faster decision making, improved efficiency, and seamless digital transformation. I would request Tushar to introduce himself so we
Thank you,
can.
Amin, and hello everyone. Thank you for joining this call. Name is Tushar Pradhan. I'm part of our integration product management team. I'm based out of New Jersey. Been with SAP for 23 years now, and currently in the role of product management with cloud integration. I hope to see many of you next week at Tech Connect. But let's get ahead with this webinar and talk about Clean Core and how it can be helpful. So with that, Amin, you can continue.
Yeah, thank you very much, Tushar. And okay, moving on with introductory slide on what is SAP Clean Core. So SAP Clean Core is all about keeping SAP system as close to standard as possible, while we still do enabling innovation across that. So when we discuss about SAP Clean Core, it's very important that we understand the six aspects of that, where we are going to start with software version. Keeping the software version standard is fundamental. By avoiding heavy modification in the core, you ensure smooth upgrade and reduce the risk of system instability. So SAP releases updates regularly, and the Clean Core lets you adopt those updates without breaking the custom code, keeping your system current and secure. The next thing comes in the extensibility, where instead of we customize the code directly, SAP Clean Code leverages extensibility options such as public API and standard extensions, SAP Business Technology Platform, which we call PTP, right, or for side-by-side enhancement, and embedded in-app extensibility tools that we have. So These approaches allow you to innovate and meet unique business requirements without touching the core system and maintaining the stability and upgradability. And the third comes the integration. Clean Core emphasizes standardized integrations with external system. By using APIs and pre-built connectors and SAP integration tools, you can safely connect applications, share data, and automate workflows, all without compromising the integrity of the core. And next comes the data. Your SAP data, which is master data or transactional data or analytical data, whatever it is, right? It's a lifeblood of your organization. So maintaining a clean core ensures consistent, high quality data, reduces duplications, and simplifies reporting analytics. So avoiding direct data modification in the core helps preserve accuracy and reliability across the enterprise. And then comes the process. Then SAP standard process are designed to cover best practices across finance, supply chain, HR, and whatnot, like few more. And a clean core strategy avoids hard coding process changes in the system. So instead of that, organization can extend or tweak processes using in-app tools and side-by-side extensions, keeping the code standard while meeting the business needs. Last but not least is operations. Finally, Clean Core impacts day-to-day operations and system management. By keeping the system standard and minimizing the customization, operations become simpler, upgrades are faster, troubleshooting is easier, and technical debt is significantly reduced. So this allows IT team to focus on innovation rather than firefighting every time. And with that, we are moving to the next slide, which is why clean core matters. We are going to touch upon these points, those 5 points that we have given. So first thing is, let's stay current with innovation. SAP regularly introduces few, always new features, uh, cloud innovations, and AI-powered capabilities. A clean core allows you to adopt these innovations quickly and seamlessly because your core system remains close to standard. Without heavy customization, upgrades are simpler, and you can leverage the latest technology to drive business value without disruptions. And second thing comes is reduced cost and technical depth. Customization directly to the core create complexity, making upgrades expensive and error prone. So clean core minimizes the technical debt, reduces maintenance workhead, and lower the total cost of ownership. So by extending functionality outside the core, using APIs, BTP, or in-app tools, organizations save time and reduces the effort. So while resources keeping the system lean and manageable also. And the next is improved business agility. Clean core empowers organization to reduce no, and reduce the customization and improve the response time usually, and using side by side extension and standardized integration points, businesses can implement new process workflows and automation without disrupting the core operations, right? This agility is crucial in today's fast paced digital first environment. And the next comes ensure system stability. A core that remains close to standard is inherently more stable and reliable. By avoiding hard-coded modification, or you reduce the risk of errors and system crashes and upgrade failures. So Clean Core ensures ERP operates smoothly, enabling IT team to focus on value-added activities instead of firefighting every time. And the last one is here is the future-proof your ERP. Finally, Clean core is about future readiness. By keeping the core untouched and leveraging modern extensibility methods, your SAP is prepared for new technologies, cloud innovations, and the next generation automation. It ensures your ERP can scale with your business and adapt to whatever it comes next. From there, we are moving to the next slide. where we are going to talk about what are the challenges in traditional ERP customization. So first one is high cost and time for enhancement. Customizing the ERP core is time consuming and expensive. Every enhancement requires careful planning, coding, and testing within the core system. This slows down the delivery cycles and increases the overall cost of ownership, making it harder to implement changes quickly. And the second thing is upgrade and migration difficulties that we have. So custom core is tightly coupled with ERP core, complicates and the upgrades and the migrations. Applying new SAP releases or migrating is to SAP S/4HANA often requires a reworking or even redeveloping customization, resulting in longer downtime or high that is a higher risk and delayed access to the new features. And third comes is standard and compliance risk. Heavy customization can violate standard SAP process and best practices, so leading to compliance challenges. Maintaining to regulatory and audit requires and becomes difficult when the core system deviates from the SAP standards framework. And the fourth one we have here is high complexity and or technical depth that we call over time. Core modification increase system complexity and technical depth. The ERP becomes harder to maintain and harder to troubleshoot, and it's also become harder to extend, requiring the specialized skills and making long-term sustainability. These are all the challenges that we have within that. And fifth comes the reduced agility and innovation. So tightly coupled customizations limit an organization's ability to innovate. Implementing new processes or integrating modern technologies or responding to changing business needs becomes slower and riskier. So reducing all the business agility. And last here is integration and performance. Customization often hinders seamless integration and external integration with external systems and cloud applications. They can also negatively impact system performances and also creating bottlenecks in operations. That is limiting the ability of leveraging the model and scalable architecture. And next we have is benefits of keeping the keeping the clean core. So first one is simplified upgrade and lower cost. With a clean core, we can keep the upgrade simpler because we are not going to make any changes to the core. We are going to make sure that the core is not touched. It's just it is adhering to the standards. And second thing is vendor support and compliance. Maintaining a clean core ensures your system align with the SAP best practices and standards. This improves vendor support, make it easier to comply with the regulatory requirements and ensure audit readiness. And we have better stability with the clean core because a core system that remains close to the standard is inherently more stable and reliable. Fewer modification means fewer errors, less downtime, and smoother operations, providing a stronger foundation for all business processes that we have. And the fourth one is the easier adoption. Clean Core makes cloud adoption seamless, whether it's SAP, BTP, or other cloud extensions. A standardized core allows business to integrate cloud applications smoothly without conflicts and disruptions. It accelerates the digital transformation initiatives along with that. And faster innovation and future-proof businesses. Finally, a clean core enables faster innovation by allowing business to extend functionality outside the core, using APIs and also extensions and in-app tools. So this keeps ERP future ready, scalable, and capable of leveraging emerging technologies like AI, automation, and advanced analytics, and also empowers the business innovation confidently from there. So with that, I would hand over the remaining slides to Tushar. So he can help us in understanding how SAP Integration Suite can help us to build it, build the clean core without any uh, without
Thank you,
any
Amin.
dis. Yeah.
You want me to share or would you continue sharing?
I
You can
can
continue sharing, that's fine.
continue sharing. Just give me a minute.
It's better if I share. It's easier.
Yeah, you can share it.
All right. I hope everyone can hear me. And if you have any questions, just use the chat. And of course, we'll have Q&A later. So good, good start to the concept of clean core. But let's all take a step back first and talk about the times that we live in today, right? So if you think about the world around you and think about the businesses, it's a fast-paced environment that we are living in, expecting unexpected changes at any time from a business perspective. The business demands keep growing, and IT has to be aligned with that. There are a lot of new innovations, technologies being brought into the forefront, AI being an example, new industry standards coming into place, hybrid landscape. No organization today is 100% on-prem or 100% cloud. Um, you have an amalgamation of on-prem solutions, cloud-based solutions, best-of-the-breed solutions, homegrown solutions, and the need to integrate becomes much more than ever. But while ensuring that the integration happens seamlessly with SAP Integration Suite, for example, one needs to be, excuse me, one needs to be aware and keep into mind and be cognizant of the fact that your core, your base business on which all this works, needs to be as clean as possible. And hence, the importance or the whole concept of clean core is that you move the changes, the customizations, the innovations that you want outside your core business and continue to run core business with its core capabilities, right? So, to help you with that, of course, we have our SAP's Business Suite of applications. Business Suite is the leading solution, taking into account BTP, taking into account BDC, but more importantly, it is taking into account the fact that business comes first and then all the other solutions are helping you drive the business successfully, not just for today, but also future ready for tomorrow. And the crux of ensuring a successful business suite from SAP perspective is our technology platform called BTP or the business technology platform. And you split, and you have seen this in many slides before, you would have four main buckets that you would be looking into. All the services would be either under app dev and automation, like you build, you innovate, you automate, your data and analytics, unlocking the power of business data, your artificial intelligence, because AI becomes something which you incorporate into your solutions, and last but not the least, integration, which will help you connect, simplify, and modernize your middleware solution, right? So that becomes the important aspect to consider. Now, if you think about specifically SAP Integration Suite, then it takes into account process integration, helping you connect um, systems and processes, and helping customers uh, pave your journey towards SAP Business Suite and modern future-proof integration. It runs on all the middleware, it runs on all the hyperscalers, AWS, your Ali Cloud, your GCP, as well as your Azure. It helps you connect not just SAP to SAP applications, but also third-party applications, taking into account also the different capabilities like B2B, trading partner management, your invoicing solution, your AI agents, your cloud premise, your on-prem solutions with EIC, making cloud integration or SAP integration suite truly hybrid integration platform. Now I'm going to run over very quickly this particular slide, and you have seen this many slides many times. The main reason why I always want to talk about this is because SAP Integration Suite is for any to any integration, not just for SAP to SAP integration, running on all the different middleware platforms, whether you talk about Microsoft Azure, AWS, Google Cloud, Ali Cloud. And then on top of that, we have our Accelerator Hub, which has about 3,800 plus pre-built integrations, about 4,400 plus APIs, your business events, your connectors. So hub.sap.com should be your first starting point before you start doing any of your integration development, which becomes very important from a clean core concept as well. Because if you have the standard content available and you're using that, then it helps in the ensuring that your organization is moving in the right direction towards the clean core capabilities. And talking about the different capabilities of integration suite, your cloud integration from your end-to-end process integration perspective, your API management and graph, ensuring that you expose your data as APIs from your end-to-end lifecycle management, and you protect your backend data only accessing via APIs. Your integration suite, event mesh, and advanced event mesh is something which is helping you again from a clean core perspective and event driven architecture, or EDA as we call. Your migration assessment as the migration tool is helping customers move from traditional middleware solution PIPO to integration suite. The provisioning of OData on your API management is something which will ensure that you expose your data and logic as OData services to be consumed by, say, cloud integration or API management capabilities, as well as your integration advisor, trading partner management from B2B perspective. So I know that's a very busy slide, but the whole message coming out of this that I want you to take is that SAP Integration Suite is for any to any integration and taking into account all integration paradigms, whether we talk about cloud to on-prem, on-prem to cloud, or on-prem to on-prem integration. Yeah. And then, of course, with the release of Edge Integration Cell for your on-prem to on-prem integration, you can continue to do all your design into the integration studio or integration suite, but deploy onto the runtime component, which is the Kubernetes container, which is maintained and managed at your on-prem system, whether you're talking about private cloud or whether you're talking about your on-prem system. Okay, so with the understanding of what integration suite is, then how it ties with the BTP platform, and how BTP platform ties with respect to business suite, the whole SAP strategy becomes much more clearer. And that's the whole concept of wanting to go through that. So, in a nutshell, SAP Integration Suite is a truly hybrid, holistic, modern integration platform, enabling agility, giving you higher flexibility, faster time to value, as well as security of your investment in SAP software. So it helps you achieve and innovate digital transformation, whether you talk about third-party integration, whether you talk about consolidation of different middleware solutions, you talk about modernizing, taking into account the newer integration paradigms such as API-based integration, event-based integration, taking into account the standard content, as well as legacy integration platform solution. One thing I want to always highlight and feel very proud about is thank you to all of you as well, that SAP is fifth year in a row recognized in the leader quadrant from a Gartner Magic perspective. And this is something which uh, we all should be proud about because it's a good product, it's a well-versed product, and this is something which, shows that SAP Integration Suite is for all your integration needs. Moving on to the concept of clean core now, we need to talk about three things, right? Why do we need a clean core? What is a clean core? And how do we get a clean core? All in the context of integration. Okay. So, with that, why do we need clean core? So, this brings the concept of something called as a clean integration. So, what is clean integration? It's in a nutshell, it is nothing but a robust, a reliable, and a future ready approach for connecting your system to system integration, right? It is built on standardized and secure and stable platforms as well as technologies, providing you a architectural consistency. It's very important to understand these terms, right, as we talk about them. Architectural consistency and modern integration principles. So that's what is clean integration. And how does Integration Suite help in achieving this clean integration? Paving the way for clean core is what is important to understand. We do that. The need for why? because it will help you accelerate your agility and innovation, because your upgrades become seamless. Your adoption to SAP innovation becomes much more easier. I'm sure many of you, when working with R3 World and the old ERP systems that we worked with, the upgrades, the support packs, and was used to be a dreaded projects. We all would stay away from that, right? We do not want that, because what happens is that when you stay away from that, you are losing onto the innovations that are happening. And in today's world, losing on innovation is losing your business value, what you're bringing to your customers, and hence faster adoption of SAP innovation becomes critical, and hence Clean Core becomes critical. It helps you reduce your TCO and TCD by using standard delivered content. So, what is standard delivered content, right? I mean, many times we talk about it, but I do get this question very often. Hey, Tushar, what does standard delivered content mean? It means that we have provided standard integration flows for your system integration needs. Whether I talk about, say, an HR related flow and hiring manager flow, many of these flows are already available for you. Now, what is the advantage of using a standard content? It's twofold. One, the development is already done for you. You do not need to spend time designing the iFlows. Second, the onus of ensuring that the iFlows is updated and upgraded lies with SAP. So if you do not modify a standard content iFlow, then SAP ensures that the updated iFlow with respect to any changes will be taken care by SAP. Third thing, ensuring secure compliant integration for your end-to-end reliable business processing. Because if your integration is secure, it is compliant with standards, it gives you the confidence that your end-to-end business processes are working seamlessly. And that confidence translates into a good confident data to be used by different LLM models, for example, in today's world, right? So that's very important, from having a good integration leading to different capabilities, leading all the way to use of LLM model from an AI perspective. Helps you boost your agility and scalability with modern integration architecture and governance, because governance becomes critical. So why is governance important, right? And that's why we have this ISAM methodology, integration solution advisory methodology, with the with the capability for integrate Intas tool. So let me give you an example of why governance becomes important. You are working in a multi-billion dollar project with multiple integrations across different systems. And if you do not have governance, if you do not have standards, any new developer coming, any new integration consultant coming onto the project can do how they want to do the integration based on the knowledge that they're aware about. Does that mean it is in compliance with what the organization is looking for from a maintenance perspective, from scalability perspective? No. And that's where governance comes into the picture. Example could be at an organization level, a decision is made that no iFlow be developed with using HTTP protocol, but you do not, some new developer coming in, not aware about it, or governance not in place, starts doing this, it opens up your organization for loopholes and attacks by having an HTTP, right? Things like that is something which a well defined governance model will help. And that's why it's very important to understand how integration with governance will eventually help with Clean Core and eventually bring you what you're looking for with your organizational efficiency perspective. And of course, last but not the least, talking about efficiency, obviously it will bring you operational efficiency to centralized monitoring, your orchestration, as well as your lifecycle transparency. So with that, we have this ISAM model, integration solution advisory methodology, worked at an integration architect level, where you define your integration strategy, you have a transparency over your integrations, you work on your continuous modernizations, and have governance at a center of excellence. So that, if you're not familiar with it, I would highly advise you to look into this methodology. We have a couple of sessions at next week at Tech Connect as well, which I'm doing. So if you're there, please come and attend those. Excuse me. Let's look at what is Clean Core now. Understanding why we need the Clean Core. What is Clean Core? Excuse me, I'm having a bad throat. So Clean Core is a mindset. It's a philosophy supported with governance and guidelines, which help you ensure that you lay the foundation for a flexible as well as not just for today but future ready ERP. It's a different way to approach and extend your functionality. In the traditional world of R3 or ERP that we were used to, we would use baddies or S mods and C mods and user exits and inbuilt uh, modification points, things like that. But in today's world, you really do not want to start using those. And that's why the concept of clean core comes into the picture because you innovate into a separate platform, give you the differentiating factor to ensure that your core business does not get changed. It'll help you from a faster software development with easier adoption, not just from an SAP innovation perspective, but also, regulatory changes to the software that happen. Plus, it'll help you from new ways to address business needs while avoiding excess technical debt. Thus, your organization-wise, you're preparing to maximize the benefit from what S4HANA and all the innovations that are being offered to you. So, addressing the clean core from different aspect perspective, right? So it's basically nothing but it's a system or landscape that is as close to standard as possible. While that is happening, it also takes into account running cloud compliant extensions and integrations. It allows you to adapt your system and system landscape so that you're able to adopt these changes without having to make a lot of changes to your landscape. And very important again is the strong governance is required. So if you look at the different five pillars of this, how you address clean core from an individual dimensions perspective. From an extensibility perspective, it will help you keep the extensions clean. From a data perspective, it is important to have your data as clean as possible. From strictly from integration, which is what main focus is, it keeps the landscape reliable. And we talked about earlier that having a reliable landscape, having a reliable integration gives you the ability to make sure your processes work fine and that you're able to have an end-to-end successful business process and knowing that what you're getting is absolutely right. It helps you keep your processes flexible. So if you need to adopt any process or tweak any process, that helps you do that by ensuring that your data is clean, your core is clean, and operations become effective and efficient. So how do we keep the landscape reliable? And now this is strictly speaking with respect to integration, right? So the main aspects, some of the main aspects that we can consider about, use of standard APIs, such as we have provided a lot of OData APIs or SOAP APIs. So make sure that your integrations, for example, based on standard APIs. Take advantage of, side-by-side extensions like API integration, S4HANA Cloud integration, the uh, side-by-side extension concept which is available. So it'll take advantage of that. By having an event-based integration or event-driven architecture as something which supports your integration from an organizational perspective, it helps you from a loosely coupled integrations, right? So that will help from a clean core perspective as well. Your traditional RFCs and IDOCs, while they still continue to work with Integration Suite, we are not taking it away uh, anytime soon at all. Avoid using them because they are not going to help you from a clean core perspective. And then, from a monitoring perspective, take advantage of cloud ALM, AIF, and different monitoring capabilities, which will become relevant as you talk about ensuring that your integrations become clean core. And last but not the least, see what standard content is available on the Accelerator Hub. Take advantage of the standard content that is available, ensuring that, you do not have to start developing your iFlows from beginning. So how to keep your landscape reliable, right? Streamline and optimize existing integrations. Consider modern API or EDI based approaches. EDI stands for event driven architecture. Uh, as you're migrating from PIPO to integration suite, take advantage of the assessment and the migration tooling which is available. Also take advantage of the testing capability that we are provided by partnering with two partners, Infor and FIGAF, available to you while the duration of migration or for a period of 12 months, whichever is shorter, free of cost. So, that will help you from a testing perspective as well. Pre-package integration, I just mentioned earlier as well. So benefit from that, which is very important. Um, we talked about the digital fragmentation. So address that issue right at front. Accelerate your developer productivity with an integration advisor. So integration advisor takes into account crowdsourcing as well as artificial intelligence. So with that you'll be able to do your complex mapping much more quicker. Uh, for your on-prem to on-prem integration, you know, cloud efficiency with edge integration cell will be important. And then, simplify your third-party B2B interactions by taking into account trading partner management as well as the regression testing tool, which I talked about as well. You know, so this will help integration suite helping clean core how by having any to any real-time business process integration, modern connectivity, as well as saving time and money with a cloud-based approach, and consolidating and simplifying different integration technologies. So with that, how do we get to clean core? So basically, the whole idea is that even though this is such a complex or a very busy slide, at the end of the day, what you need to understand is take advantage of two things: your in-app extensibility and your side-by-side extensibility. And integration suite securely in between will help you achieve this particular capability. So that's what extending your SAP or extensibility strategy would come into the picture. This would be at the app, whether it is an interface layer, which is where in-app extensibility predominantly comes into the picture, your application layer or your database layer. Yeah. And then again, a holistic party approach from integration, SAP plus third-party integration. So things would be taking advantage of cloud integration, API management, your event-driven architecture, your business-to-business scenarios, your AI capabilities, leading from your real-time integration and helping you save time and money. There is an independent ROI study conducted by Forrester. So when you get the presentation, you can look into it, this one, and read through this of how an independent study of 7 organizations were conducted by Forrester on a total economic impact of integration suite. So some of the modern recommendations that I would suggest that remember it's not a migration, it's a transformation. So do not assume a lift and shift as you move from PIP to integration suite, but mainly from a lift and transform perspective. So we offer state-of-the-art recommendations as a part of our migration assessment. Clear guidance on how to achieve this, when to apply it, as well as benefits of this modernization. The areas of modernization that you could look at would be, of course, your clean core, your monitoring and operations, your different protocols, your security, your styles, and your mapping, right? So very important to understand, do not just lift and shift, but use this as a mechanism to look into your existing middleware, existing interfaces, and how it can be transformed to take advantage of the newer modern integration capabilities. And how to achieve clean integrations? Again, the same things, just putting it in a different way. Unlock your agility through future-ready integration strategy. So define a strategy, use ISAM methodology, accelerate productivity with best practices and modern technologies. So we have provided you best practices in our accelerator hub, our cloud integration suite. Take advantage of that. Operational excellence through adaptability. Take advantage of these different operational excellence capabilities, and continuous innovation through regular optimization. So once you have modernized, doesn't mean that you stop, but you go around and revisit and see how you can optimize it further. you know so it'll help you from a governance and maturity perspective, as well as ensure you have some KPIs as an organization that you're trying to adhere to, which will make your path towards clean core much more easier, or much more streamlined rather. So very quickly, as we mentioned earlier, standard content, OData, REST, and SOAP APIs, avoid traditional RFCs, take advantage of loosely coupled integration through eventing, API-based integration, and modern recommendations from monitoring perspective. So it's a journey, it's a mindset that takes into account a clean core concepts. So whether you talk about a greenfield implementation or a brownfield implementation, it will help you do that. Clean core is not going to happen overnight. It's a methodology, it's a mindset that needs to happen within the organization, and we want you to really embrace it and drive this further. The pre-built integration is going to help you faster time to value with a 10x savings and a 5x accelerator on a study which was conducted independently. So take advantage of all these different capabilities that are available, the prepackaged content, the APIs, the events, the artifacts, which will help you in the clean core transformation. Some customer success stories. I know we are out of time getting towards Q&A, but I'll go through this very quickly. And some highlights that we want to bring together from a business AI ecosystem overall perspective. 5 years in a row, we talked about that in the IDC market space for 2024, a leader from B2B perspective. We have more than 15,000 customers, more than 1,300 partners. We have 85% plus deployed scenarios with non-SAP connectors. So understand that integration suite is not just for SAP to SAP, but also for non-SAP or any to any integration. We have more than 2 million deployed integration product UI flows. We are connecting to 2.1 million systems and applications. So, all this will help you understand that SAP Integration Suite is prime time and how it will help you achieve good integration practices. So some examples and partner success numbers. I'm not going to read through each one of them. You'll be able to see this. But Elk Job, about 10x increase in product speed and reduce cost with about 85 billion annual digital net sales with your B2B platform implementation. Toyota, about 50% reduction in integration cost. Camera, which was successfully migrated to SAP Integration Suite, done by one of our partners, now has taken less time to set up a new partner interface than previously. Um, Harrods, a very well-known chain from Britain, 40% reduction in TCO, 30% shorter process time, which will help the staff free and focus on other talks. So many more examples. You can find a lot more on our sap.com webpage, but just want to highlight few of them over here. And again, same thing with respect to Kona, which is our Coca-Cola company, Mahindra, Christchurch City Council, which is a New Zealand-based company, Murphy Oil Corporation, interfaces migration, productivity gains from a TCO perspective. And all of this have success stories as well as pitch deck. So it'll help you really get to the details of what these organizations did and how they transformed themselves. Uh, Again, OFI, it was conducted by Mindscript, resulted in greater of operational efficiency, ensuring that help them towards a clean core perspective as well. And again, you can read more about the success story when you get the presentation. I know I'm going fast because I'm seeing that we are running out of time, and I want to have some time for question and answer as well. So, with that, I would like to thank Mckinsol and New Ways for giving me the opportunity to talk about Clean Core as well as how Integration Suite can help you do that. I hope you found this webinar helpful, and I hope to see most of you next week at Tech Connect in Louisville, Kentucky. With that, I'm going to stop sharing, and we can have discussions around your questions.